Okay, Democrats had a lot of cringy moments this past year, desperately trying to reinvigorate their party after their massive election loss where Kamala really lost big time to Trump. Let's welcome to the show Fox News legal analyst Gregg Jarrett and podcast host Ben Ferguson. Happy New Year to you both. Thank you so much.
Happy New Year.
Greg, let's go through it. They defended an MS-13 gang member as basically a father and a dad, and a union member. He's a human smuggler. They protested outside ICE detention centers. That didn't go anywhere. And government buildings. What do you think, Greg? What was your most cringe moment for Democrats this year?
Well, Liz, it's a smorgasbord of stupid. But the biggest was that Democrats sued Trump over everything, and it boomeranged against them big time. Yeah, they had some early wins, but when they ultimately lost in the higher courts, the rulings had the unintended effect of vastly expanding Trump's presidential powers. Every time he did anything, Democrats and their allies sued more than 530 times in 11 months, which is pretty shocking. And the major cases, of course, went to the U.S. Supreme Court, where Trump won an astounding 90% of the time. His biggest victory was ending the nationwide injunctions that had tried to block his policies. That's all gone now. They've neutered the district court judges. But Trump also netted big wins on amnesty, transgender issues, third country removals, immigration enforcement, ending DEI funding. And he's poised to win the right to fire people, at executive agencies. So in all, he's actually racked up 21 Supreme Court wins, according to my count, and poised to win more. All of it thanks to Democrats who mistakenly challenged his authority, and they lost.
Wow, great numbers from Greg. More than 530 suits and 21 cases at the Supreme Court. Ben, remember when Democrats decided workout videos were the key to victory? Watch this.
Everybody, I just finished my workout. Hope you got your workout in.
What's the weight on this?
315. All right, so let's talk about housing. I grew up in a working class family here in the Hudson Valley.
I should be working right now. Instead, I'm pumping iron at the gym.
Ben, that stunt didn't work. That was Eric Swalwell in the last shot. How about working on policy? Ben, what was their biggest cringy moment for you this year?
Telling me that narco-terrorists in a boat with 6 engines on the back packed with cocaine is actually a fishing vessel. That was like, for me, the best moment for Democrats. Like, no, they're just poor fishermen out there just trying to make a living, as they got 6 engines and a whole bunch of cocaine and fentanyl on the boat. But everything, you got to understand, it's really just fishermen. Like, that is how lost the Democratic Party is in general. And then if you look individually at insanity, the fact that Kamala Harris is still having articles written about her, that she's some sort of sitting, serious, legitimate candidate for the White House in a couple of years, and that she's got this base and a plan, and that people want her to run again. That's how out of touch they are. Fishing boats filled with cocaine are not a threat to the country, and Kamala Harris is a real candidate. That's your Democratic Party.
Yeah, that's a double shot of cringe right there from Ben. I mean, you look at the narco boats, Greg. What do they think? The cocaine bags were flotation devices? We want to get to this. At one point, Democrats thought swearing and cursing was the best way to win over swing voters and voters. Watch this.
Elon Musk and his hackers don't know to think that Elon Musk or Donald Trump give a about our public schools.
It's total bull. Absolute bull.
Trump.
I don't swear in public very long, but we have to Trump.
Somebody slap me and wake me the up, because I'm ready to get on with it.
If you could speak directly to Elon Musk, what would you say?
Off.
Okay, what do you think of that, Greg?
Well, I never think profanity works. It undermines your integrity and thus your message here. They backed a lot of socialists like Mandami. And, I think people are going to come to realize that those voters and those candidates are historically and economically illiterate, because socialism never works. It's a disaster and a ripoff.
Gotcha. Ben, final word.
Yeah, look, I think there's something that is just all encompassing of how broken they are when they think being tough is actually going out there and cursing. But what they really are defending and protecting are illegal immigrants, domestic terrorists, and those that have come into this country to take advantage of us or run, corruption in Minnesota and Somalia. They're like, no, that's who they're really behind. And if you question us, by golly, we'll work out in front of you and cuss at you. But we're weak on actual criminals. Welcome to the Democrats. It's going to be a fun next year.
Interesting. Gregg Jarrett and Ben Ferguson. Happy New Year to you both. Thanks for being with us.
You
It's
as well.
good to see you.